Hey everybody, welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to stay updated with our latest content. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of MOD APKs. These modified Android application packages are like the secret keys to unlocking a treasure chest of features and functionalities that you never knew existed. MOD APKs can unlock hidden features, enhance performance, and even grant access to premium content without the usual costs. Imagine being able to customize your favorite apps to better fit your needs, or to remove those pesky ads that interrupt your experience. But before you jump in head first, it's crucial to understand what you're dealing with. Just like any powerful tool, MOD APKs come with their own set of risks and responsibilities. Think of it like building a PC. You wouldn't just start swapping out components without knowing what they do, right? The same principle applies here. You need to understand the inner workings of these apps and how the modifications will affect their performance. It's not just about making changes, it's about making informed changes. Learning how to configure MOD APKs is like gaining access to the control panel of your favorite apps. You get to see what makes them tick and how you can tweak them to better suit your needs. It's about understanding how these apps work under the hood and tweaking them to better suit your needs. Whether it's changing the user interface, unlocking premium features, or improving performance, the possibilities are endless. This knowledge isn't just for seasoned hackers, it's for anyone curious about the tech that powers their smartphones. You don't need to be a tech wizard to start exploring MOD APKs. Now, I'm not saying you should go around downloading every MOD APK you can find. It's important to be selective and cautious. It's important to remember that messing with apps can have consequences, especially if you're downloading from untrusted sources. You could end up with malware or other security issues. Always do your research, stick to reputable websites, and back up your data before making any changes. This way you can enjoy the benefits of MOD APKs without the risks. So, are you ready to unlock the full potential of your Android device? Let's get started. With the right knowledge and precautions, you can transform your smartphone experience in ways you never thought possible. Before we can tinker with MOD APKs, we need to understand the platform they run on, Android. Developed by Google, Android is like the operating system of your phone. It's the brains behind the scenes, managing everything from your apps to your phone calls. Think of Android as a layered cake. At the bottom, you have the Linux kernel, which handles all the low-level stuff like hardware interaction. On top of that, you have libraries responsible for things like multimedia, databases, and web browsing. The next layer is the Android runtime, which allows your apps to actually run. And finally, we have the application framework, which provides the tools developers use to build those apps. Understanding these layers is important because it gives you a better grasp of what you're modifying when you work with MOD APKs. It's like knowing the layout of a house before you start knocking down walls. You don't want to accidentally take down a load-bearing wall, right? Okay, so we know a bit about Android. Now let's talk about the apps themselves. Android applications are like little programs designed to run on your phone. They can do all sorts of things, from playing music to helping you navigate. But what are they made of? At their core, Android apps are built using Java or Kotlin. These programming languages provide the instructions that tell your phone what to do. But code alone isn't enough. Apps also need resources like images, sounds, and layout files. These resources are bundled together with the code in a specific structure within the APK file. Think of it like a well-organized toolbox. Everything has its place, making it easy for the phone to find and use. Understanding this structure is crucial when working with MOD APKs. It's like knowing which drawer your screwdriver is in. You can't fix anything if you can't find the right tools, right? Section 4, AndroidManifest.xml and intents the brains and the messengers. Now let's talk about two key components of an Android app, the AndroidManifest.xml file and intents. These elements are fundamental to the functioning and interaction of any Android application. Without them, an app would be like a body without a brain or a messenger to convey its thoughts. The AndroidManifest.xml file is like the app's ID card. It serves as a blueprint that outlines the essential information about the app. This file is written in XML and is located in the root directory of the app project. It tells the Android system everything it needs to know about the app, like its name, permissions, and the activities it uses. Permissions are crucial because they define what the app is allowed to do, such as accessing the internet, reading contacts, or using the camera. Activities are like the different screens of your app. Each activity represents a single screen with a user interface. For instance, your app might have an activity for the home screen, another for the settings, and yet another for user profiles. For example, one activity might be your home screen, while another might be your settings menu. These activities are defined in the AndroidManifest.xml file, which helps the system understand the structure and flow of the app. The AndroidManifest.xml lists all these activities so the system knows what to launch when you tap on an app icon. This file also includes other critical information like the app's minimum API level, which determines the lowest version of Android that the app can run on. Intents, on the other hand, are like messengers. They are used to communicate between different parts of an app, or even between different apps. Intents can be explicit, targeting a specific component, or implicit, allowing the system to find the appropriate component to handle the action. They're used to communicate between different parts of an app or even between different apps. For example, an intent can be used to start a new activity, send a broadcast, or start a service. This makes intents incredibly versatile and essential for app functionality. For example, if you want to share a photo from your gallery to Instagram, you'd use an intent. The intent would carry the data, in this case, the photo, and tell the system to open Instagram and share it. This seamless interaction is what makes Android apps so powerful and user-friendly. Understanding how these components work is crucial for MOD APK hacking. By knowing how to manipulate the AndroidManifest.xml file and intents, you can modify the behavior of apps in significant ways. This knowledge is not just for hackers, but also for developers who want to understand the inner workings of their apps. By modifying the AndroidManifest.xml, you can change an app's permissions or even disable unwanted features. For instance, you could remove the permission for an app to access your location, thereby enhancing your privacy. And by manipulating intents, you can alter how apps interact with each other. This could involve changing the default app for certain actions or even intercepting data being sent between apps. The possibilities are vast, and understanding these components opens up a world of opportunities for both development and customization. Section 5, APK creation from code to package. So we've talked about what's inside an Android app. The user interface, the functionalities, and the overall user experience are all crucial elements. But have you ever wondered how these apps come into existence? How do developers transform their ideas into fully functional applications that you can download and use on your smartphone? But how are these apps actually created? The journey from a simple idea to a fully functional app is a fascinating one. It involves a lot of brainstorming, planning, and of course, coding. Developers spend countless hours writing and refining code to ensure that the app works seamlessly. Well, it all starts with developers writing code. This code is the backbone of any application. It's written in programming languages like Java, Kotlin, or even C++. Each line of code is meticulously crafted to perform a specific function, whether it's displaying an image, fetching data from the internet, or responding to user inputs. Once they're happy with their masterpiece, they need to package it into a format that your phone can understand. This is a crucial step because without packaging, the code remains just that, code. It needs to be transformed into a format that can be executed by the Android operating system. That's where the APK comes in. The APK, or Android Package Kit, is the file format used by Android to distribute and install applications. It's like a container that holds all the necessary components of the app. APK stands for Android Package Kit. This file format is essential for the distribution and installation of Android apps. Without it, you wouldn't be able to install apps on your device. It's essentially a zip file that contains everything an app needs to run, including the code, resources, and the AndroidManifest.xml file. The AndroidManifest.xml file is particularly important as it provides essential information about the app to the Android system, such as the app's name, version, and permissions it requires. Think of it like a neatly packaged box that contains all the pieces of a jigsaw puzzle. Just as each piece of the puzzle is crucial for completing the picture, each component within the APK is vital for the app's functionality. The process of creating an APK involves compiling the code, packaging the resources, and signing the APK with a digital signature. Compiling the code transforms it into a format that the Android system can execute. Packaging the resources includes bundling all the images, layouts, and other assets the app needs. This signature is like a fingerprint that verifies the authenticity of the app. It ensures that the app hasn't been tampered with and is safe to install. The digital signature is unique to the developer and adds an extra layer of security. Knowing how APKs are created is helpful for understanding how MOD APKs differ. MOD APKs are modified versions of the original apps, often with additional features or unlocked content. Understanding the creation process of a standard APK can give you insights into how these modifications are made. It's like knowing how a car is assembled before you start modifying it. You need to understand the original design and functionality before you can make any changes. You need to know how the parts fit together before you can start swapping them out. This knowledge is crucial for making effective and safe modifications, whether it's for a car or an Android.